welcome back to the Purpose and Glow podcast. My name is Pamela, your host. I'm excited for today's episode because we have our first male ever on the Purpose and Glow podcast. So before I give him a brief moment for him to introduce himself, I would like to tell you about the Purpose and Glow. So the Purpose and Glow was founded or is founded on two pillars. The first being the podcast, where we have meaningful conversations around wellness, business, and all things wedding. And then the second pillar is a community which is also divided into two. A book club that we read books on memoirs, business, and just self-help development, and just self-help and self-improvement, just to better ourselves one book at a time. And then the second pillar is the collective. It's a 12-week program that is designed to help us achieve and attain our goals just within 12 weeks using the 6 daily habits. Mr. Kotokeni, thank you so much for agreeing to joining me on the podcast, and welcome to the Purpose and Glow podcast.
Right, thank you very much, Pamela. It's quite a blessing to be here. And my name is Kotokeni Shimbindja. I'm an author of The Art of Business Gumption and Wisdom, and also into business. If we're to speak of the long-term visions, because we speak of visions, and you can really say you are, because what you want is to see things, and it's very difficult sometimes to call yourself a businessman or an entrepreneur, because what we are fighting for is really just to establish something. And then that's something, it comes now with a lot of titles, such as now being called a business person or an entrepreneur, things like that. But we are trying to bring about a bank, and something that is quite very national, something that is impactful. And why a bank is because we want to finance purposefully. We want impact banking, impactful banking. Something that is quite out of the ordinary, whereby we are not just looking at profit oriented or collateral based or collateral oriented kind of banking, but we are looking at something bigger, something greater, to transform informal businesses into formal businesses, to finance the ideas of those that do not have the finances to grow and to bring the ideas to life. But that is the plan, and we have started on it. We'll see where we are ending.
Wow, already a few minutes in and I'm like, wow. Because I read banking when I was reading about the author.
Right.
And I was like, banking, I cannot wait to go ask him. And then you just hate. Okay, so before we go into the actual conversation, I would like us to go through a few icebreakers. Is that okay with you?
No problem.
Okay, the first icebreaker would be, what were you listening to on your way here?
I was listening to music. I was listening to Fali Ipupa latest album, very beautiful.
How would you define purpose, and why do you think it's important for one to discover it?
Thank you very much for the question. I think purpose is realizing what you were created to be. Purpose, you realize it's actually a blessing when you have purpose in life. It's something that God says that I'm creating Pamela for this, and this is my daughter. I've created her to be on earth, and her job or her responsibility is to establish this or to do this. And God gives you that blessing and that talent for you to carry out throughout your life, and that becomes your purpose. And I think that's what you should live for, and for me that's purpose.
Follow-up question, why do you think people don't yet either know their purpose, discover their purpose? Is it a thing of they don't really know, or is it just they don't want to invest in their purpose because they think it's challenging or hard?
I believe
that can be hard.
Yeah, it can be hard. But I believe once you don't stretch out yourself, once you stay comfortable, it's a little bit difficult for you to really know what your purpose is. I think you need to keep trying a lot of things. I think you need to keep also learning. You need to keep being alive. alive. So it's a thing of once you are so comfortable with yourself, once you're just in the house, you're just there every day, there's so much to live out there. So you need to go out, you need to really realize what your talents are.
Yeah.
And some people, they say that no, I just have a business, but you realize that you are also good at singing. I've seen great business people.
Yeah.
Some, they really have, some people are blessed with a lot of talents. Some are, you realize that some are musicians, but being musicians, they're also having businesses. You realize that apart from having businesses, they are also motivational speakers.
Yeah.
These are all talents that that they have discovered out of themselves because they have stretched themselves.
Yes.
They have gone out there and then they have tried things, and then some things have failed, some things have succeeded. But that is them realizing who they are.
Yeah.
Because once you try, you realize, nah, this is not my thing.
Yeah.
Because you have experienced it. And through experience is when you really discover who you are. And that's when you learn to discover your purpose.
Yes.
Yes, this is what I was created for.
I like to say many a times people don't take odd jobs just because they feel like that is not their purpose. But in my saying, I'm saying that just do it. Even if you are a cashier at the store, it will stretch you, it will help you, it will also help you find purpose, and you also know that, you know what, this is not meant for me. But in that, you find maybe an opportunity and be like, you know what, because I'm doing this, I discover that I'm not good at this, let me rather take this path. Do you think I'm wrong in saying that?
I wouldn't say that you are wrong, because every experience is a lesson. A lesson, and from those lessons is where you grow. It's also where you get to understand what you are capable of. But a lot of things, everything that you try out in life is when you get to realize that this is who you are, this is what you are capable of. And through those experiences, the more experiences you have in life, the more you grow. The more, say for example, the cashier example that you have given, it's skills that you learn. It could be that skills that you could use in your next big adventures. Yeah. So everything is actually just about experiencing and learning. Nothing is quite really a bad thing. Yeah, you need to look at things in a positive manner, and how you think, how you position your mindset is also very important. So look at it as a blessing and a step for you to move forward.
I like that. You are putting the exact words to what I could not articulate.
Okay.
So thank you so much.
Yeah.
My last icebreaker would be, this one would be hard, or maybe not hard, but it's between choosing between a strong business reputation and a strong mindset. Which one would you choose and why?
A strong
mindset and a good business reputation. Which one would you choose and why?
A strong mindset, I think would do, but I couldn't necessarily choose one and leave out the other one. I would say both of them are very important, but mindset is more important. Mindset helps you go through a lot of things. Even in business, when you fail, and whether you messed up sometimes, it's not a walk in the park. There's a lot of challenges, and there's also some things that you have to go through, and also a lot of mistakes that you do. And some mistakes, they could really damage your reputation. But with a positive mindset, you are able to overcome it. You are able to overcome that and really try to be a better person, and also try to be a better business person. And that is how you overcome challenges. And life is about overcoming challenges. If you don't with a negative mindset, you will not make it. You will not survive. It's a very cruel world. This one is not a joke. and so you need to really have a positive mindset just for you to be able to overcome and to really just prosper out there and succeed in life. But with a bad mindset, it's unfortunately not gonna work for you. So you need a positive mindset. I think that's key, and then the business reputation comes after that. Because life is about correcting mistakes. And I believe that life provides opportunities for people to change and to improve. If I was a bad person yesterday, I would try to be a better person today or tomorrow. And I think that comes with a positive mindset, really. So positive mindset does it.
I'm smiling because when you're speaking, as I was reading the book, a lot of things are coming to mind.
All right.
Also, one thing now that we are in the actual conversation, tell me maybe a little bit more about your background, who you are.
All right. I grew up here in Bentuk. Grew up with grandparents. I've been influenced maybe a little bit by my grandfather when it comes to finances and businesses and how to use money, and also I've been influenced on to realize the importance of money in life and why it's very important. Money is not everything, but money does solve a lot of it's
useful tool.
It's a useful tool really, and it's one thing that you cannot really do without. So through that, even from primary school, I have been quite very, I don't know, I have been quite really into business. I've been quite really interested into business and why people do what they do. I've been interested in that, and I realized that people do business in order to change the environments, to change communities, to improve communities, and that is the whole idea behind business. Because you go in with a bigger objective than just looking at money. You don't just enter because you want to be rich once. But I think the most successful people, they enter because they want to change the environment. They want to change their countries. They want to change their communities. They want to do better for their families. I think the objective is bigger than just money. You realize that if we go back to purpose, is when you realize that once you follow what you're really passionate about, everything, money follows you once you follow your vision and once you follow your purpose. And those is just an additional to following your purpose. So I think with the background since primary school, I have been I see myself as a leader. I see myself as a leader really, and
Did you participate in this LRC thing?
Yes. From primary, I've been in the LRCs. I've been. We used to call them prefects, and I was the head boy at my primary school. It was in Katutura and Amtuni Primary School. I was the head boy there, and it was quite a very good experience. And through that, it was leadership skills and being groomed.
I think it also just positions you.
It positions you. It gives you and everything. That's why I say that do not keep yourself without experiencing things. I think you should go out there, today, what you want to do today is to make sure that you make today count, and you try to create history from today already. Don't wait for tomorrow, you try to create history already from today, and that's a whole important thing. So even through high school, been into the LRC thing again, into those leaderships, and then I participated in junior achievement. At that time, it was it was quite by Miss Joanna Plute, and it was quite an experience. So it's those business activities that we partook in, and through that you have been just growing, and the hunger has also been growing. So through high school, I ran a hot dog business with a small team that we had, and we were selling it to the learners and to the teachers. It was that just through that you were already growing your entrepreneurial skills and spirit already. So you were learning a lot already at that age. Through varsity, same thing again, and then you just keep growing. And then after varsity, I decided no, let me be an entrepreneur. Let me start my own thing. I didn't want to be. I never thought of really being an employee. It was never in me. And I think it was never kind of it's not my personality. I'm a person that really likes to run things, not to be ran.
I understand. I was watching a TikTok a few days earlier. How it's hard for somebody who has an entrepreneurial persona in them to work for somebody else.
I tried at some point, and then I thought, so my boss tells me that do this, and I'm like, okay, I see the work is doable, I can do it. Then I checked this 2 o'clock. I'm like, okay, So when do you need this? No, I need it tomorrow morning. Okay, then I said, okay, can I knock off now? Can I go home and tomorrow morning you'll have it? No, but you need to finish it here at work. I'm like, but you can have it this one tomorrow morning if you need it to, unless you need it today. I don't need it today. The boss says, I don't need it today, but I need it done today and here. No, it did not make sense to me. So I couldn't really work with that environment. I'm more of a flexible person, not really an office person either, really. I'm a field person.
Yeah.
I'm a field person.
Get things done.
Yeah, get things done. I like to go out there and run things really and make things happen. Yeah, that's what I.
So is it safe to say from a very young age, you always wanted to be an entrepreneur?
I believe so.
Okay, love that. You knew from the get-go, even with the background, you said from your grandparents, your grandfather. If I'm coming from the book, coming from reading the book as well, from your grandfather, the background. So it has been there and it has been planted in you from a very young age.
I believe so.
And it's good that you know yourself.
Yeah.
You know that, this is me and this is what I want, this is what I'm going to pursue.
Yeah, but it's something that you would not know if you are not trying, if you are not experiencing, if you are not being an adventurous person. If you are just there, you will not know who you are. But the moment you keep trying out things, even these businesses that we tried in high school, it was you. But if I didn't try, maybe my spirit wouldn't be so strong for entrepreneurship and stuff like that. But through experiencing these things, this is where you learn who you really are. And then you also discover what your purpose is and what you really, and who you really are. So self-awareness is very key. But you will not know these things if you just don't try.
I like with the word that if you don't stretch yourself, I like, I'm going to use it now.
No, beautiful.
What is the one thing that from childhood that helped shape the person that you are today?
The one thing from childhood, I would think that perhaps family. I think family plays quite a very big role in my life. I'm a family person. I love family, and I think family is something that makes us to dream big, to want to achieve big. And growing up by the old people, the grandparents, it attracts you to family, helps you understand the importance of family and the importance of God. And so them being with them, everybody comes to them, everybody visits because they are the leader, the heads of the family.
Yes.
Yeah, so you get to be exposed to everybody in the family, whether it's an immediate family or extended family. You get exposed to everybody, and then you get to understand that this is you get to appreciate those moments when your family is around and the hardships sometimes that they go through, and then they come and share it with the grandparents, and then you say, it's okay, man, we're gonna go through this. But I think family has been quite a very big influencer to me, and I think it will continue to be.
Yeah. I like, and you also wrote about it in the book, which I want us to talk about.
All right.
Let us talk about the book. I read the book.
All right, very good.
I personally think everybody should read the book.
Yeah.
Not just at the pace that I read it, but you need to, because you need to take it in and absorb and apply.
Yeah.
Because if you don't apply and read it, will just be knowledge, and knowledge can come and go.
Yeah.
But if you apply it, it becomes a skill.
Absolutely.
And as a skill, is something that nobody can take away from.
Nobody can take away from.
So I think everybody should read the book. I think everyone should have a copy and read the book.
I agree with you.
It's quite, it's really a book one should read.
Yeah,
one should keep, and you also mentioned that one should, it's not just for business.
Yeah.
It applies to most of the areas of our life. You touched on family, you touched on business, work.
Yeah.
Or whether you are in a profit organization or non-profit,
Exactly.
I can tell you about your book.
Okay. That's
it's
good.
very fresh.
That's beautiful. Yeah.
So tell me, what made you write the book? What made you take the step to write the book?
I think the importance of putting your thoughts on paper is quite important, and I think there is also a very big need in our society to keep sharing and to keep inspiring. And I think it's similarly to just goals. Having goals, you need to put them on paper and then work on them. And it's similarly to me writing the book. I thought of it. I see this book as God's work, because if you look at it, it's written in my own words. Even when it's in here, it's not a perfection written book. It's a book that is written to make sense. To make sense, and for people also to have the spirit and the understanding of what I am communicating to them. And like you said, the book is it has touched on a lot of things, on business and so forth, but it's the book is mainly aimed at motivating people and for people to have the wisdom to move forward and to overcome things and to know what to do and not what to do. And I think that is
I think on content there,
I did.
100, 5 out of 5.
A book is a legacy.
True.
A book is a legacy. It lives when you are no more. It lives for years to come.
True.
Yeah, so it's a legacy. It's a legacy that you leave behind. If you look at the Bible, for example, it's a book that has been written many years ago. Yeah, but it still exists today. We are able to read it and to get wisdom from it. And so similarly to this, whether you are in business, whether it's your personal life, to feed your mind with it and be able to improve in your life and to do better and to just be conscious of what not to do. Yeah, so I think that's the whole objective. But it's always to put the ideas on paper and your thoughts on paper, and to share it with the world. I think that should be a blessing to the world. And I see this book as God's work, like I've said, and it's it's something that should really be a legacy of mine that I would probably leave behind even when I'm no more. Yeah.
So on page 11 in your book, you spoke about when you were writing and you lost all information, your research and just interviews with professionals and stuff. Can you tell me a little bit more how that felt like and what it was like?
We are looking at life beats you down sometimes. Life has disappointments, but through that you also learn to understand that a mindset is something. Sometimes you feel demotivated, so you lose all this, the whole book that you have written, and
so
then
you're done. You're completely done.
I was completely done, probably with a chapter left, and then everything gets lost. So I lose everything, and then for a year I was like, nah, I'm not gonna. I didn't have that spirit to start again, but with the support and the motivation of life, you get that spirit back again. And with the mindset, you need to have a really strong mindset in order for you to keep bouncing back in life. So life should not be about people giving up. It should be about people really having the wisdom, the motivation to keep moving forward. And if I had given up, we would not be here probably.
True.
So
otherwise, would you really have been at the business summit?
Possibly not.
Exactly.
But we'll never know. But it's very important to keep faith, to have faith and just to keep on improving, and a strong mindset really, and the support of people, the support of family, those that tells you that no, how can you lost the book but you're just gonna leave now or what? You think about it and you're like, yeah man, I'm not a quitter. I'm gonna start over again. And it's very important to have that spirit of bouncing back in life. Life is tough and it will beat down to your knees if you don't get up. You can lose as many times as you want, 10 times, but you must get up. 11 times. Get knocked down, but you should be able to get back up again. So life is that, it's a hard knock. So you need to, it's not about how many times apparently you can punch, but it's about how many times you get punched and then you get back up. So that's how tough you can really, and you should really be in life. In order for you to succeed. So if we create a nation of people who are just quitters and who are not, who don't have the gumption and the wisdom to keep moving forward, then we're gonna have a baby baby rah nation, whereby people are just you get beaten and then you just start crying and then you stay on the floor on the ground. But that's not the nation we need. We need a nation of strong people that are resilient, people that are motivated to move and to change things in life. Yep.
How long did it take you to write the book?
Whoa, I think a year to 2 years.
Okay.
A year to 2 years, but a chapter takes me about a day.
Okay.
Because when I wake up and I know exactly what I'm going to write about. So it takes me about a day, probably even 2 hours to write a chapter. These are very precise chapters, straight to the point, and very powerful. I like them, very powerful and strong. And that's what makes the book so great. I think, I believe the book is gonna do, we are looking at doing 1 million sales on the book locally. And I think it's doing well in sales. So we are looking at selling it to people like yourself. You are doing well, by the way. Congratulations on this podcast. And so we are looking at people who have vision, who wants to change, who wants to do better in life, and people that are already doing better in life but want to be greater. You understand? And those that are great already, we want them to avoid failing. Because once you are there, once you are successful, the last thing you need is for you to fail again. So you need to protect, you need to guard against failure. Now that you are there, you need to guard against messing up. You don't want to mess up anymore, you want to keep doing better. And you can only do better by having wisdom really in life. The book keeps you in check. It keeps you in check. It keeps reminding you of what you should do, what you should protect yourself against. I also wrote I wrote a chapter there on a bad character or a bad reputation in business. So once you have, for example, bad reputation in business, how do you overcome that, and how do you become a better person after failing in life, or after sometimes people do make mistakes. Sometimes the world just comes at you. Sometimes you are innocent. Then the world just comes at you and attacks you, and then it creates a very bad negative. But I look at all publicities in a positive manner. My mind is always positive. I say when people say, for example, when people say, maybe we were producing a beverage, and then they say the beverage is not the best. Let's say that's the heading of the newspaper. It's on top. No, Kotokeni Shimbindja's new beverage is very bad for the people. But for me, I'll look at it. I will not necessarily look at the publishing as a bad thing. I will say, okay, here are people knowing about Kotokeni having a beverage, but how I'm gonna counter? It's my responsibility to counter back and really say no. Because how we counter, how we bounce back is very important. So having a bad reputation in business, it sucks, but you need to have the mindset to bounce back, to be able to create yourself and your image in a positive manner. And that is what we must always keep doing. Nobody wants to do business with people with bad characters and reputations. So it's your responsibility as Pamela to make sure that Peppers and Glow has a good reputation. When people speak of a company or a brand in a negative manner, you as a leader, as the boss, you need to say that, no, I'm going to correct it. And it's your responsibility to correct it. If you don't correct it, nobody's going to correct it. The business, it goes down. And so as a leader, as the head of the company, as the head of the business, you need to make sure that you protect and you guard the brand and the reputation of the brand. So you need to have that mindset. It's a positive mindset on how to look at life in a positive manner, even through bad things. You need to see how that, okay, no, it's fine. We're gonna change it like this.
Interesting. You also spoke in that chapter about owning up. If you've made a mistake, own up to it.
Own up to it, yes. Owning up to mistakes is very important. That's why I was speaking of, we don't need to be babies. You don't need to be a baby. Once you make a mistake, say that, yes, I apologize, Pamela, I've made a mistake. And then through that mistake is when you have the wisdom. Because by acknowledging your mistake is when you realize that, yes, here I have really messed up and I need to do better.
And
Yeah.
It gives you character.
Yeah,
People, that person will
yeah.
look at you in a different perspective.
In a different perspective.
Yes.
It's true. So yeah, it's very important. Yeah.
That's why I say everybody needs to get the book.
Yeah, no, they need to get the book.
This one is something I feel like I'm still coming to my favorite chapters, but I feel like this one is also important to maybe share a little bit about, which is chapter 16. It talks about how a lack of patience is bad for business.
Absolutely. Lack of patience is bad for business. When we are talking about establishing an impactful bank in Namibia, we are talking about a vision that will not happen this year or possibly next year. So we need to be patient with what we are working on. However, also being patient, it does not mean that you should not put in the work. You need to keep on pushing in the work. I mean, putting in the work and pushing.
Yes.
So by being patient, you get grace for you to establish a good foundation of what you are establishing. And a good foundation is it's a rock foundation whereby it will not be blown away by wind. When people say this bank ABC, people will not believe it because the foundation is so strong. You have involved a lot of people, a lot of wise people, a lot of capable people, great people that you bring on board, and then you create this brand that is to be successful. So when you look at that, for example, establishing a bank, it means that you need to put in the work, but also be patient.
Yeah.
Because we are not saying that we're going to create a bank by going to steal money or by going to do a lot of things that could. It's very important for you to be patient while you are growing something great, and great things takes time. It's something that you really need to be aware of and to be wise about. So patience is really something that is important.
Why do you think entrepreneurs struggle with patience?
People want to succeed very fast. Yeah, people want to succeed very fast and come to Kotokeni and say, hey, listen, I'm driving a Range Rover. You understand? People, they are so hungry to prove a point to people while they should be proving a point to themselves. So especially our generation, we want to be seen doing this. We get the satisfaction of the world thinking that we are successful even when we are not successful.
True.
Yeah, so people struggle with being patient in that regard. And when you are to be patient, you are a little bit wiser. You understand exactly who you are, what you want to achieve, and how you want to change your environment or your community. So you understand exactly where you are going, and you are not intimidated by anything. You are not being influenced. You are not being influenced easily or negatively in a way that could change your vision or your purpose. So you are very smart about how you go about things. You don't need to go steal. You don't need to go do a lot of things that could destroy something great that you are building. You understand? So you build a bank, and then after 5 years, people hear that no, you stole the money, and the bank collapses.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Yeah, sure.
What's the one experience from you personally that you didn't practice patience in business and it backfired?
Well, those things that I could think of maybe two. It's providing wrong products. Providing wrong products.
Why were you not patient in providing the right product?
Yeah, you see, sometimes, like I said, business is a journey, and you get to learn, and also managing people can also be quite something. So you have in business, there are times whereby you have a business to run, and you understand very well that people depend on you.
Yeah.
People depend on you. So you have 7 people working for you, for example, and the finances in the business are not so good. People, they need to get paid. But sometimes you realize that when you are the leader, you need to eat last.
Yes.
You need to eat last. Everybody else needs to be paid. And sometimes you realize that yourself, you are not paid.
True.
Yeah, you are not paid. The company didn't make enough money for you to be paid, but everybody else is paid. And they look at you and they say, well, my boss has a lot of money, but little they know that they are paid and the boss is not paid. Yeah, so
True.
I think with that, providing bad services at some point, it was one of those things that I could look at. It was quite a very big mistake. Also, what was that? Delayment.
Yeah.
Delayment in providing service to customers. I think those are 2 things that I can look at, and it was bad.
Yeah.
But what I do, I like to man up. I man up, I apologize, and we rectify those mistakes. We go back to the client and say, this is how we are going to correct our mistakes, and we apologize, we move forward, and we like to keep the customers
happy.
Yeah, we like to keep them and also keep them happy.
Oh, keep them and keep them happy.
Yeah.
Now, I want us to go to my favorite chapters in the book. All of them are good. It's to know who has your money and how to get it from them.
Okay.
That one, I was like, I need to go back and really sit down and see who is my target market, where are they, the market segmentation, so that I can know and see, okay, this is the people that I think has my money. So now, how do I get it from them?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that is you need to be very strategic on how to win.
Yes.
And I like winning. I enjoy winning. Really. And speak of the previous summit here we had, I was very intentional about going to the summit and why I went to the summit. I knew exactly what I wanted and I got what I wanted. I wanted to meet these guys of DJs with them and then Mr. Sheldon them. These are millionaires from South Africa, and I thought, why not meet these guys? Why can't I have their contacts? They have my contact, and then we take it from there. That was my objective. I went there, I did it, and we are good. So we need to talk about now how to do business, how to collaborate and things like that. So those are ways on how to be strategic. So that chapter speaks of exactly knowing who has your money. It speaks of sales. You understand? When you go to a birthday party, even of a friend, sometimes you ask, who else are you planning on inviting? Then they speak of, let's see, maybe there will be Minister Who, or maybe there will be whoever you're interested in, or maybe there will be France Ndongo, or maybe there will be, whoever. Then you feel like, okay. I will join you. I'm coming to celebrate your birthday. But you're not really going for the birthday. You are going for France Ndongo. You are going for France Ndongo, and France Ndongo is your target when you go to the birthday party. You are there, and then you present yourself exactly how you want them to see you, and that's how you take it. You start doing business with Mr. France Ndongo. That is the whole objective. While people think you went to attend a birthday party, for you it wasn't really about the birthday party. You went for something greater, something bigger.
Yeah. But don't you think one should really be then intentional as to why you're going to the birthday? For example, the example you made of going there to meet France Ndongo, right? Won't it come off as, you're just throwing yourself onto him?
You don't need to appear like that.
Okay.
You don't need
That's
to
why I
appear
say
like
they
that.
need to be strategic.
Yeah, you need to be strategic.
I'm going.
So mind you, the birthday party is important, or the business summit is important.
Yes.
It's very important. You get to network. You get to know. Even if I went there to meet these South African entrepreneurs, I also met you.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
It's the whole summit is important. You understand, but also you need to have a target. Exactly, know what you want. Know who has your money or who's gonna pay you. Yes, help you level up, and who's gonna pay you bigger and better. you understand, now you are being paid $1,000 by everyone, but hey, I could probably get $1 million from DJ Spoon.
You're very precise, and you come across as
Yeah.
somebody who knows what they want,
Yeah.
and they will do what is necessary
Absolutely.
to get what they want.
You need to be very intentional about your moves. About your moves. You really need to be very strategic. Think of winning. Think of succeeding. Think of closing a deal. Think of a sale. How do I make the podcast better?
Yes.
How do I put it out there? How do I establish this foundation so great that it becomes really something
Big.
Everybody wants to be associated to.
Yes.
You understand? In the end, we want to say that no. Oh, I've already been to Peppers and the Peppers and Glow podcast. Yeah, because you now want to feel proud of the brand that you're associated to, and you need to position yourself.
I'm learning a lot.
Yeah, you need to position yourself.
I'm learning a lot.
Yeah.
The other chapter is to take a chance in life.
Yeah.
If I was thinking to myself, Pamela, you need to take chances in life.
Yeah.
Like, for example, me going to the business summit.
Yeah.
That was a chance I was taking.
Yes.
To put myself out there and also go there and meet the type of people,
Exactly.
the type market that I want.
Absolutely.
But if I don't take the chance, then I would just be comfortable in my position.
Absolutely.
I won't stretch myself. I will also not know my abilities.
Yeah.
So that chapter?
Take a chance in life. Taking a chance in life means it means you need to take up opportunities. Take up opportunities. Really, I think a lot of people they don't get to grow sometimes because they are so relaxed. They are not dreaming big. They don't want to experience things. Some things we experience, we fail.
Yeah.
And failure is not a bad thing. Failure is a good thing. It's what leads to success. And you need to see failure in that way, because when we are building Purpose Bank, we are building Purpose Bank.
Oh, the name of the bank is Purpose.
Yes, it's Purpose. Yeah, Purpose Bank.
Okay.
Yeah. So when we are building Purpose Bank, we are building it by failing in some of the things that we are doing on daily basis. Meetings, for example, whereby you say that no, I need a banking license today, and then you have a meeting with Bank of Namibia. They tell you no, you know what? No. You need to go back again, put A, B, C, D in place. The investors that you got on board, they have this amount of money. If it's 20 million, we want to make sure that that money is clean money. You understand? So it's steps they take you back. They say, if you see it as permanent failure, that's too bad. So position your mindset in a very positive manner. So you need to think bigger than that. You need to think that, okay, by this meeting we did not fail, we are just learning and we are improving.
Yeah.
So that's how I see it. You get these temporary failures, and temporary failures are just temporary failures. They are stepping stones for you to improve, opportunities for you to improve and to do better. And that is what we want. When we get these kind of feedbacks in our meetings and these daily failures, we see them, okay, we have made progress, we know exactly what we did wrong, we know exactly how to improve on this. And next time, they are going to say other mistakes and not this one, because these ones we are correcting it now.
Yes.
We are doing better today and now. We are not gonna mess up on this.
Yeah.
And I think there's also a chapter in the book that says I lost it, but
while you're on that, I'm smiling because when you were speaking, you reminded me of, I know it's very small, of the business part, of the business card that you had given to a gentleman.
Yeah.
Was that Jimmy or Tommy?
yeah.
And then you went back and corrected it and came back to him and you gave and presented him like something of quality.
Yes.
And from there he became a lifelong or brought in money
Yes.
to the operation.
Absolutely.
So
Yes.
that wasn't failure.
Yeah.
That is something that you got feedback.
Yeah, you got feedback and you realize that you are in the printing business. You are in the printing business. You print good, or you claim to print quality things and the best products in the market. yet your own product
Yes.
is bad. I was stunned by that thought of how could we be a printing company? We should be possibly having one of the best business cards in the industry, because if we are doing this for people, we give them the best, yet we don't have the best ourselves. Where's the point?
Show,
Yeah, your word will not equal your actions or your products, because they should actually speak the same language. Then I thought, well, this is actually something. And I was intentional about meeting the client again, and I said, because I went back to the team and I said, let's work on the best business cards, guys.
Yeah.
Let's let people say, who does your business card?
True. I like that mindset.
Yeah, it's a mindset of improving and doing better and really winning. You need to focus on winning. You need to focus on doing better, on closing deals and doing all those kind of things. So a positive mindset on temporary failures is actually very important. How you respond to failure, how you respond to negative responses is very good, but you need to focus on bouncing back better and great. Yeah, so that's a very important thing, and that's how you end up winning in life. Yeah.
I really like it. Okay, maybe my last one, I know there are a lot of them, is to start with what you have and to do more with the little that you have.
Yeah.
Can I share why it touched me?
Okay.
That one.
Yeah, sure.
Because it's something I've been trying for the past year or so. Can't say perfectionist. I like things done a certain way.
Yeah.
And it stops me from doing a lot of things because it's not done in a certain way that I have. For example, this podcast. It's the camera, it's the studio, it's the what, it's what. If I'm not of the, I would be like, let's not start, because we don't have those things here. But now and when I read this, it was like a beautiful reminder. It says, start with what you have. I have a phone. I have mics.
Exactly.
I have a place.
Yes.
Why not just record and do better or more with what I have?
Yes,
exactly. I was like, I really like it.
Because if you wait to have the most expensive camera, you will not start.
Never.
You will not start. You will keep waiting. It's similarly to people saying that they want to own a hotel. Yeah, you need to start owning one apartment, then own another apartment, then own a house, and then a mansion, and then 2 mansions, and then you sell them, then you can have a hotel.
True.
You understand? So in life we have vehicles to our big dreams. Vehicles to our big dreams, you need to say that, no, I want to be, for example, I want to own a hotel, but in order for you to own a hotel, you need to start with what you have at the level where you are. You don't need, you cannot wait and say that I need $20 million, then I can have a hotel. You need to start already working on that. You need to start already working on it. And then you have now these vehicles that are going to take you from point A to point B, and then to point C, and then point D. So you start with this, you start by buying just this apartment that is 500,000 maybe, and then you buy another one. Yes. You buy another one, and then you buy a house. Then those are different vehicles that are going to help you reach that point of buying a hotel. Because if you wait for 20 million, where is the 20 million going to come from if you don't start with the little that you have? You need to start with the little that you have, and then you do more with it. And you need to use those different vehicles, to take you to the big dream, to the ultimate dream in life. Yeah. So if you just wait for the perfect time, it will never come. There's nothing such as perfect time. You start when you are scared. You start when things are rough. You start when things are not perfect. As long as you keep doing it. Yeah. And when you start, you also get the skills that you will need in order for you to run the $20 million hotel, or whatever is it that you need. However, if you don't get the basics here, you'll mess up there. You'll mess up there. It's similarly to having money. They say once you cannot be able to manage $1,000 coming into your business, you will not be able to manage $1 million.
Yes.
So you need to position yourself and to create these skills. So when we were starting in construction, we started constructing just a few small things. We did not start constructing houses. No, we started constructing, just putting up interlocks, these small things, and then we started building walls, and then you gradually grow. Yeah. So with those steps, you cannot just start. You are new. You have never constructed anything in your life, and now you want to construct a hotel. No, you are not gonna do it. Yeah, you are gonna construct a hotel that is gonna fall down in 2 years' time. It's gonna crack up and fall. So you need to start with these small things, and you need to appreciate those small steps. They teach you so much. They give you the wisdom, they give you the knowledge, the skills, and then they just position you to be able to handle the bigger things that are coming to you in life. So start with that small things. You shouldn't undermine them. They are the greatest things that you will have. Those small skills, those small baby steps. They teach you, and eventually they give you so much wisdom. So that when you are big, when you are a big brand, you are able to guard yourself against that failure.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you have the skills, you have the knowledge, you have the ability, you have the knowledge, the wisdom to run that.
Yeah.
Whatever
Absolutely.
million.
Yes. Absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you for saying that. Is there anything in the book that you feel I've left out that is important?
Look at perhaps. I like to speak of time. I like to speak of time because life. You don't need to. I'm scared of postponing things. It's my greatest fear. There is no guarantee in life that you will be alive tomorrow. Yeah. So you need to make sure that things are done today. Things are achieved today, and everything should be treated with emergency to say that we are not going to delay ABCD, we are not going to delay, because everything contributes to your growth, to your development, to the success of your company or your brand. So everything is quite very important. So God blesses us with the time that we have, and we don't need to sit idle. We need to make use of the time and to really appreciate God that He has given us the wellness, the health to be able to do things. And but everything needs to be treated with emergency, with a sense of urgency in life, and to say that it's just really a challenge for people to delay things. And once you delay things in life, it becomes quite some people, they call it delayed success, and they call it all these delayed. Apparently I'm a delayed millionaire. You are a delayed millionaire because you are not treating things with urgency. So you need to keep valuing your time. You need to keep putting in the work. You need to keep investing in yourself and to be better. You need to focus on really closing those sales. You need to make sure that this is done, and this is how I position myself. ABCD. So procrastination is a big thing, and we should be very mindful about it. It helps us learn so much, and we learn so fast. Because if you procrastinate, then you are delaying what you could have gotten yesterday in order for you to be at another level today. So if you had probably started, say for example, maybe this podcast 2 years ago or 5 years ago, by now we are speaking of maybe a big, something really big, So, but because of delayments and what and all these kind of things that we are not certain about, we get to delay our own successes.
True.
And and sometimes you just die without even being successful, but it's because we have delayed those successes ourselves.
So before I let you go, many times people are scared to start a business or start something. Let me talk about business, because this is a business episode.
Absolutely.
People are scared to start a business because they are afraid of what who will think of them. putting themselves on social media. Like, oh, my family, will they really like this? Sometimes they
Yeah.
really do put themselves out there,
Yeah.
and they don't get the support
Yeah.
perhaps that they expected from their family.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to those people?
Maybe I should start saying that when after varsity and all these things, high school things, my family probably thought I was going to work for a very big successful company. But little they know that my dreams are my dreams, and I'm not gonna live their dreams. No, I'm gonna live my dreams. People are more influenced on the expectations of families, which is quite very pressurizing. And if your family expects you to be like this, then you must be like that. You understand? So, but you need to be who you think you should be.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah. You need to really know who you are and what you want to be. If I was easily influenced, I'll probably be working for a particular company. You understand? And not doing this and not living my purpose, not living my dream. You understand? Because I want to make the dreams of my family come true, the dreams that they have for me come true, and not my own dreams. You understand? So it's very important that you focus on your own dreams and to really realize who you are and what you want. What is your purpose in life? I think that's very important. Yeah, and being self-aware is key to this life.
You look like somebody who has walked the walk, right? So I'm gonna ask you, what is the worst advice you've ever received?
You will not make it. You will not make it. I think that's one of them. Or somebody said, in our family, we are not business people. You understand? Such kind of advice, I recall advice like that. And I said, well, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, we will see. But here we are pushing what we are pushing.
Isn't it a good thing for somebody to at least have business people in our family?
Yeah, it's a good thing, but people, because of their own fears,
true.
they try to
project
on others. Just because they probably thought of starting something and then they are so scared of it, then they come on to you and they say, no, you're not going to do that. You're not going to win on that. You're not going to succeed. That is impossible. Nobody has ever done that. You will not do it. Not you. White people do this, you won't do this. Yeah, so because of their own fears, people will say that you will not make it, you will not succeed. They will tell you all these things, but basically,
and they tell it straight into your face.
They tell it like that. And say, you tell them that, oh, listen, I want to start a bank. Say, Jesus. you keep dreaming, keep dreaming. Or you say, I want to write a book. Cannot write a book. You want to do this? No, you cannot do that. You understand? People come onto this because to them it's so impossible. But you're like, yeah, these are things that we are not the first people to start some of these things in life. People have started. I think if you look at the Oprahs, they had TV shows and things. Look at Oprah today. Probably podcasts like that. You could be just like Oprah. You understand? It's those steps, but people will tell you now this is not achievable, this is not doable. But nothing is impossible. Other people have done it already. We have so many banks here. They were not created by angels. They were created by human beings like us. People who think, who work, who drink, and eat things that we do the same. And
they just took a step.
They just took a chance and they
went through and through.
Yeah, through and through, and they made it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not. These are not things that will be achieved through miracles or whatsoever. These are things that you just have to keep working on, keep putting in the work, and you'll succeed. And that's how I see it. I see. I don't know how long the bank is gonna take, but I know exactly that I'm gonna create that bank. It's gonna exist one day. It's gonna exist. I'm so positive. I don't need convincing from people. I am so positive that the bank is gonna be a bank. Purpose Bank is gonna be having ATMs and big structures there in the city and everywhere. I am so convinced. In Angola, in the whole of Africa, I'm so convinced, and I know this. And nobody needs to tell me whether they come to me and said it's not doable. I know myself it's doable.
Yeah.
We have a lot of banks that have already been created. You know, if you are starting a podcast, you will see a lot of people that have started these things and people are successful.
Yeah.
Why not you?
Yeah.
You are not you are also a human being just like them.
Like them.
Yeah, and I think it's just how we position our minds and the work that we put in. So yeah,
we need a whole summit, or is it a white summit? We have you speaking because you have a positive mindset, and you are self-aware. What I've picked up, and you are somebody who said you put in the work. And you go for it. I like that. And your mindset is like, this is what I want and this is what I'll do. And I'll get it done.
And I'll get it done. Doesn't matter how long or how many failures I have to go through, I will get it done. One way or the other it will exist. I will succeed. I will succeed. It's not some out of the world kind of alien impossible things. These are possible things that other people have done. And why not me?
Why not me?
Yeah, absolutely.
I like it. Yeah. And the last one, best advice you've ever received and from whom? This one you can say from whom because it's good. If you don't mind sharing.
The best advice, wow. I hang around a lot of great people. Great people that I look up to, that have done incredible things in our country. And these are people that you learn and you understand how they do things. When we were just starting businesses, you are scared to call Kotokeni at 12. Once you have business, you know exactly very well that we have a project to get done, but then you are so scared to call Kotokeni because apparently he's some big shots. So I can only call him from 8 to 5. You understand? No, successful people, they will intentional people. They do not limit their time. Anytime. I recall some big people when we were working together, they can even call at 12 midnight to say that, listen, my day was very busy. I needed to respond to you today before you sleep on ABCD, and I'll give you that report now on ABCD. And you realize you'll be thinking, this big man is calling me this time, and then you are scared to. They don't mind even if you call them either. They will wake up and then they will say, sorry, I missed your call, I was sleeping, or maybe I was ABCD. But you should be available, because in business, once you are not available, you will lose out. Time will pass, and before I could do business with you, I will wake up to do business with somebody else because you are not available. In business, try to be available. Try to be available and really just get the things done, because opportunities, they pass by, and once they pass by, it's very difficult for you to get them back.
It's like when you said that, something came to mind, opportunities come by. You can have an idea, right? A beautiful $1 million idea. And if you don't execute it, you see somebody else doing it, and like, but I had that same idea.
You had the same idea. And those ideas, they also, mind you, ideas also have an expiry date. So once you have an idea, you need to start working on it immediately. If you delay it, you are going to realize that this thing that I was working on, I was thinking of doing 2 years ago, is no more relevant this year. So you need to, by this year, if I had done it 2 years ago, I would be now at a better position. I will be probably now ahead and catching up with the industry at the moment. So if you don't execute, or if you don't put your ideas into work, they could expire tomorrow. So today is the best time to work on whatever you are working on, and then no need for you to procrastinate it or to put it on hold. It will expire. If you are thinking of something, do it today. Because tomorrow it might not be relevant anymore. We're gonna say, no, we are past that.
This one is for the viewers and the listeners. When do they know, or when is the right time to then execute something? you have an idea, you've worked on it perhaps, but when is the right time to start?
The right time to start is always now, they say, and I believe it's always now myself. I believe it's always now is the right time to start. Without delaying your visions, the best time to start is always now. Don't wait apparently until you have a salary of 100,000 per month, and then it's when you are going to start. No, you're not gonna do it.
Sure.
You are not gonna, and like I said, tomorrow is not guaranteed for you. Yeah, it's best you start today, and then maybe in 2 years' time your mention is done. Yeah, it's always best. The best time to start is always now, and I believe in it so strongly that if you want to get something done, you start today. Yeah. So yeah, and starting some businesses, we have. Personally, I have failed in a lot of businesses.
Okay.
Some businesses, and some I have succeeded so greatly. But even in the businesses where I have failed, I have learned so much, and that has given me the wisdom and the skills.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kotokeni.
It's a pleasure.
it was, I feel like this was more for me than the viewers and the listeners.
Oh, really?
Because I've learned so much.
Yeah.
I can take so much from this episode, from the conversation that we had, and just apply it for my life as well.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that the viewers and the listeners as well will get a thing or two from them.
I hope
so. How can they get the book, and how do they reach out to you to get the book?
Now the book is quite very accessible. Right now, since we are just in the first month from its publishment, the book is selling very great. And every person that really wants to be great must get this great book. It's a great book. I will not brag, but it's really a great book. I think right now I've been busy trying and also connecting with a lot of people. This is a book that should be on the tables of all the hustlers out there, all the CEOs, all the executives, all the go-getters in the world, varsity students, hustlers on the streets, people who really want to make it. And this is a book. And how to get it? It's we are busy now with the website, and we are also busy now putting it on the shelves of all the bookshops around. So probably, I think maybe in a month or 2 months time, you will see it probably in
everywhere.
the book. Yeah, you will see it everywhere. We do something, we do it deliberately with intentions. We don't do things to fail. When we say that we are writing this book, we are writing the book so that it can sell, so that it can change people's lives, so that it can, we do something with so much purpose, with great intentions, so that it doesn't, our work doesn't go in vain. Yeah, so the book is accessible. Right now, I can be contacted personally via cell phone numbers or via emails.
We can put the details in the description box so that you can get
absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So but I want everyone to get the book. 1 million copies is what we are looking at in Namibia. So we want 1 million copies. A book is $300, and we want to sell 1 million copies locally. It's gonna be all over Africa and the world, but we are pushing.
Any parting words?
Keep winning. Keep winning. Believe in God. Believe in yourself. The world is your oyster. It's your oyster. It's your playground. You understand? See it as your own playground. That if I want that, I'm going to get it, because after all, this is my world. I mean, that's how I think. I think like, if I want this, I'll just go get it. And it's my world. I'm sure they will just say yes to me also.
I think you touched on when we were children, we always believe we can be anything and everything.
Yes,
but as time goes by, you start to bring limitations.
Exactly.
I think you touched on
Yes. You see, when we were children, we believed that we could be Superman. We believe that we
president
could be
of the country.
we believe that you could be the president of the country. You believe that you'll be the richest man in the world. But then as we grow, but as we grow, life hits us so hard, and then we get these fears and limitations. But I always say that we must live life like children. You must never stop to dream and to think big. Think about the possibilities in this world, how you can be great, and that you will be great yourself. This is how kids think. That there's Superman, I want to be like Superman. I want to be the president. I want to be like, you understand? So these dreams should not die because we are elders. I think we should, at some point inside us, there should be that child. Always remember that child that you were when you, but the child should never die in you. You should always keep thinking big, believing that things are possible, that you can achieve anything, that, God is with you and you're God's favorite child.
Yes.
He got your back.
And he has got your back. You also wrote about us
No, absolutely.
Thank you so much for just making time to come and have this conversation with me.
All right.
The viewers and the listeners, I'm sure, would get a thing or two because I did. And thank you so much for coming onto the
thank you very much, Pamela, for this opportunity. And I also wish you the best with this podcast. I'm sure it's gonna be big. And I think God really wants you to win. And I think you should focus on that. Don't disappoint God. He's on your side. If you disappoint him, too bad, man.
No pressure. The pressure.
Yeah. So you should be really under pressure. So try and focus on really making the podcast big. And before you know it, it's something, and people will be saying, yes, we are going to Pamela. Everybody will be calling you.
Thank you so much for watching and listening to the conversation that I had here with Mr. Kotokeni, a Hope published author, businessman with so much dreams and vision, and he's not afraid to share what is on his mind. It just shows the positive mindset that he talks about in his book. You should grab the book. The details will be in the description box. Please do contact him, read the book. It's a book that one needs to read, and you just don't read it now. It's those books where you need to keep coming back to it because each lesson or each chapter has a lesson that will teach you in life. So you need to get it. So my name is Pamela Nangobe, your host. Until next week, Tuesday, keep in purpose and keep shining. Bye-bye.